Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Backwoods Solar YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we're going to be going over the Anker SOLIX line of portable power stations. Stay tuned. We're going to begin today's video by just doing a brief overview of what to expect when you take the unit out of the box for the first time. As you can see here on the front screen, we do show our state of charge, any loads that are occurring, anything like that. It is important to note the very first time you take this unit out of the box after transportation or after shipping, you will see that the unit is most likely in a lockout mode where none of the buttons on the front of the unit will be functional, and essentially the unit will want to be plugged into AC power as a signal to wake up. That AC power connector is included with these units, but be aware if when you get one of these units and open it up for the first time and it doesn't appear to be turning on, try plugging it into power first and make sure that it's not in lockout. Taking here a closer look at the face of the unit, let's go over some of the buttons and controls we have available. Starting here in the upper right corner, this here is our power button. As you can see currently that the center of the power button is illuminated, meaning the unit is on, but the screen has gone to sleep. So quick tapping the power button will re-illuminate our display screen. Long pressing will turn the unit on and off. Down below that power button here, we have a communications Bluetooth Wi-Fi button that allows us to turn on and off our communications to the power station for our phone app or Wi-Fi. Down below that on the right corner here, we have a button to turn off the AC output of the unit. I have this unit currently connected to one of the studio lighting, so you can see here as I press the button, light turns off, unit stays on, press the button again, it'll reactivate our AC output. You can also see here at the bottom it does give us a display of how many watts we're consuming and then a rough time remaining based on what our load is at that moment. Up here in the left corner we have a button to turn on and off our car socket accessory socket. This socket here, be aware, is limited to 10 amps. Unlike a normal car circuit, cigarette lighter circuit, which could maybe do 20 amps, this is limited to 10, so 120 watts. Be aware when running standard car accessories, that may be a limiting factor with this connector. This model here does have an LED strip that you can turn it on and off. It has a button here for that. Has multiple brightnesses and allows for a nice illumination for camping and other purposes. You can see as we turn it on, that power is accommodated for on our screen here. And we can see the consumption increase as it gets brighter. Granted, these LEDs are very, very efficient, so they're not using a lot of wattage, but nice little feature for camping and portability. And just as one final note, these USB charging sockets here are active anytime the unit is on. There is not a dedicated button to turn these on and off, so just be aware that anytime the unit is on, these charging circuits are active. Taking a look here at the end of the unit, you can see some of the connections for input or charging. Here on the right we have an XT60 connector that's used for DC input and solar input. It's very important when connecting solar panels to this, if they're not the Anker brand like the one you see in the background here, that you're very careful with the voltage and the amperage restrictions that this connector has. And anytime you're using aftermarket panels, not Anker branded panels, you're going to need to purchase a XT60 to MC4 adapter here. That would give you the XT60 to the unit and then the MC4 to standard MC4 panels or standard MC4 connectors. If you do buy Anker panels, they do include that connector, whether it's an XT60 or in some of the larger units, they have a high voltage PV connector. But be aware, based on your unit, what the limitations are of that input. On the left-hand side here, we have an AC input. This is going to be used for grid or generator connection for charging. This is going to be your fastest place to charge from in terms of current. As you can see here, this can do 12 amps of charging from AC 120 volt. In the middle here we have a small protection breaker. This is for the AC input, just to protect the input here. And on the opposite side of the unit, as you can see here, we have a proprietary connector. This is a connector for Anker's add-on battery modules that allow expansion of capacity by stacking a battery on top and then plug it into this port or bus on the side of the unit. So again, this port here is only going to be used with Anker brand lithium add-on batteries specifically for the unit or model that you have. Generally, when selecting a portable power station, the biggest factor you're going to need to consider is capacity. And capacity and size and weight of the unit are directly related to each other. So if you're looking for the utmost in portability like this C1000 unit, your biggest limiting factor generally in a unit like this is going to be capacity. And in this case, this unit has about 1,000 or a little over 1,000 watt hours of power. Now, using this unit as an example with its 1,056 watt hours, what does that actually get us in terms of real world use? So, of course, these things are highly variable depending on your specific appliances, but a unit like this could roughly run a refrigerator 14 hours or so, a light 50 hours, microwave about 1.5 hours, and Wi-Fi modems or routers maybe 50 plus hours. Of course, this is all going to be highly variable depending on exactly your devices, what you're doing, and their efficiencies. But that should give you a good understanding with a unit this size. You do have some limited capacity just purely based on the physical dimensions. Again, remember this unit's quite nice in that it does have the ability to expand a battery on top. So if you wanted the best of both worlds, maybe you keep the unit or take the unit as is for camping and then have a larger battery at home station for emergency backup purposes. And of course, as with all the products we sell, you're always welcome to give us a call and talk with one of our techs, especially if you're having a problem on deciding what unit is best for your needs. You know, maybe you have a CPAP that you want to back up overnight or for a camping trip or a refrigerator. Call us up, give us the details. We'll help you select the unit that suits your needs and wants the best. Other than that, we'll see you on the next one.
Backwoods Solar is America's oldest and most trusted solar retailer with nearly 50 years of experience. Head over to our website, backwoodsolar.com, to get a free copy of our planning guide. While you're there, check out our Learning Center with articles on setup, sizing, tax credits, and so much more helpful information, especially if you're just getting started with solar. There are also links provided in the description.